Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again on this experience on learning to draw. I recently received a comment on this channel on what is, not a comment, a question, what is a vanishing point? And I'm really not that professional to give a good explanation on that, but questions are what motivate your learning experience, at least my learning experience. And in looking for an answer, I just decided to occupy myself more with this concept. So I want you to remember that objects in our world are contained in certain shapes, and most of the times this shape have like parallel boundaries, like this piece of paper. Or a house is, we build them like cubes, like we want all the floor to be on the same level and walls to be parallel as well. But the moment you have to put them on a paper, you have to convey some perspective, like you have to put this three-dimensionality in this flat surface. What you will also notice is like when you're looking at things that are at various difference, somehow it's containing shapes seemed deformed. And that's where vanishing points come in. It's like all these lines that are parallel on real objects somehow seem to get merged together the further away you look at. And there's a very nice Wikipedia article on this. But I will start touching on examples of this. And the simplest example I could think of is, well, first we start with our eye level and let's just make one vanishing point. And I will just draw lines out of it. So whichever line that comes out of this is a line that in our world is just parallel. And I will put here in the middle of this a railroad. So these are the lines that will contain that. And as you know, like we make railroads parallel. But if you are inside a train or just put yourself in this railroad and you look at the horizon, you will get the feeling that these rails collapse to each other, they converge. And that's what we're portraying with the vanishing points and the lines that go there. So I will just make very, very small parallel, like not small, a very narrow parallel line or nearby parallel line to build that three-dimensionality of the railroad. It has a height, right? That's where the train will put its wheels. The same on the other side. You can see how beginner am I that this line are still not straight. I haven't been practicing. And then you have the wood logs, right, that go along this. And now comes again the vanishing point. Everything you do which you want to portray that they have a parallel origin in the real world has to respect those lines, have to converge to the vanishing point. So from this corner I will have to draw again a line. Here I'll do it again. And now everything that I draw has to be within this bounds. So the thickness of the wood log, or the depth, has to be on the line. These lines are parallels and these lines go to our eye level. So I have to constrain them there as well. But in the rest of the things I do, I'm quite free. So this is a vertical line. I can do that too. And then, yeah, I just put it there. Now the next, again, has to be within this bound because the wood logs are there. I make the horizontal line here as well. Go out, go out. Give it a thickness, right? Up until there. Then I do it again. And this is how you portray the perspective of how you look at things and how they have to be bounded in our drawing. Right? And make this a bit thick. And you try to make this smaller every time as this is further and further away. Get smaller. And let's just make this a bit thicker to give us the... Now to the sides I can decide to build some columns. So let's make them square because I'm still dealing only with the square shapes. I will take this line that I already started and say, well, my column will be this long, this one face. Then I'll give it a thickness. And now that I have this edge, I'm obliged to make it also go to the vanishing point. Come here. Then I'm going to give this a height, which was to the line that I made before. I also go vertical here, and I'm always obliged to respect the lines I had before. Now this one is parallel, so I respect that they are parallel over here. And yeah, well, that's more a wall than a column, but it's fine. I can repeat that again over here. So let's say it starts here. Let's make it again a big wall. Let's make it horizontal. Now, because I want to say these walls are parallel in some way, I have to respect the line that I drew before. And now I go up from here. It's again the same edge. It's again the same edge. So they have to be within the same line that goes to the vanishing point. And up here, it's the same thing. And now I have to do this to the other side. So if I want now to build an arc, I have to be sure these objects match. So I'll go very horizontally, carefully here to guide me how big this needs to be. And then I respect this line that I drew earlier. I'll do the same here. I go very parallel to my horizon line at my eye level. Go down, you see they match very beautifully. Here as well. Now I give this a thickness. I can choose whichever thickness I want. Now I can complete. Now remember, this is now above my eye level. So now here I'm looking at the lower side, like the down face of this arc. Okay, this doesn't look any bad at all. I complete this. Yes, it's quite nice. Then I want to do it with the next one. Again, I go parallel line here. This is a parallel line over here. I complete this. Make a parallel line over here. Make this as straight as possible. Now this goes outside of the space I have to draw. Then let's make this huge and then I don't have to draw any vertical lines there. And to join this, well, I will go again outside of my paper. And let's say has to match over here. And that's all I have to do. It worked quite nicely. And this is with just one vanishing point, and you can put vanishing points wherever you want in your line of horizon. I will take another example that is on the Wikipedia page where it's actually drawing a road. So I'll put again my eye level. I'll just put a vanishing point over here, and then I'll just draw lines outside of this. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to make a road. So this is the road that somehow ends over there. This is the other edge of the road. And here are like this white lines that we use to mark what every car should drive. Then I'm going to draw the sidewalk. So the sidewalks have a certain depth. Of course, they have a like thickness above the road, so I'm just going to make this a bit thicker. And you see how unprofessional I am. These are not straight lines, but that's fine. Practicing more will help at some point. And now I have buildings. So my first building will go up here. Okay. So this is just one edge of this building. And so then if I want, I want to make a glass window here. So I use the line I drew before. Let's make a quite big one. Then I go vanishing point. No, it has to be like this. And then, yeah, let's make it window. If I want to make a door, and just stretch this to the floor. And this is the roof part. Now my next building will have to obey this thing, and I'm going to make it a bit more tall. No, but the roof has to respect size, so this goes to the vanishing point. This goes over here. And now I have a big problem, and I don't know how to continue this. I think this line has to go flat, parallel to my eye level. So this is how it goes to the back. And then that's how you can know it's a bigger building and that it's in front. And then again I do the same thing. Now that's time up. Still cannot draw fast enough. Let's make a door again. Make a window again. And yeah, this is how you start composing scenes. And that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for watching.